So my name is Zoe Scott, and I have been teaching at Convent for 13 years. Some of those years were spent as an assistant teacher, and then I've currently been teaching third grade for 7 years. The workspace that I'm using at home, I live in an old San Francisco apartment, and I've been working out of my dining room. So my workspace is in the back of my house. I get some nice morning light, and I've been working at my dining room table. I open up my Zoom room 15 minutes before we start class if they have questions or want to come in. And I'd say I have full attendance, 10 minutes before the class even starts. One of my favorite things about this online learning experience has been having specialty faculty pop in and out of classrooms. And Krista is someone that normally at school I would work with quite frequently with kids on projects. And she had emailed out asking teachers if they wanted to try out some new opportunities with her. So she popped into my classroom yesterday and she introduced a challenge to my kids. Some of them grabbed 8 pencils and used it and tied it with a string and made it look like the spider. Some of them found USB cords and made that the spider. And everyone got to share their pictures on the screen. And the kids were delighted. And many of them have been asking me all day if they can continue the challenge. Math, when I first started teaching it remotely, I was challenged by the idea of how I would make sure that I could get practice time with the kids, be able to show them visuals. There's a lot of components. And I think what's ended up working really well for me is showing either a slideshow. So I'll create like a Google slide with some pictures or some key points or vocabulary, and I'll show that to them using a shared screen. I've also played around with showing short video clips of myself that I've pre-recorded, and then they can watch the video and then we can do practice problems.
So for example, you can use a chart, which is really helpful, or tools like these circles or these fraction bars to find equivalent fractions.
I have been so impressed and just heartwarmed by how my students have dealt with online learning. I think it's a totally new thing for them. It's not something that we expected would be happening. And I think that they've handled it so incredibly well.